Conversations with that voice in my head. What does one do when we hear that voice in our head? Sometimes a place of uncertainty and dread. In denial of reality, I lack acceptance of the reminders, messages, and possible actions I can take. I'm fighting the urge to get out of bed. Opportunities and daily possibilities come one after another, yet still, I do not notice the intuitive gut feeling, that pang that usually brings me busily to my feet. I lie in bed wondering, where does this thought come from? Who's talking to me with thoughts that don't seem my own? I thought my thoughts were mine alone. So clear they appear of what I could do by getting out of bed with causality. Great ideas in them I see, a flurry of what inspires me. These thought voices flash, appear, and quickly disappear from my inner visuality. They are often escaping the possibility of creation in my reality. In and out flow new epiphanies of things I newly see as possibilities, consortiums of topics that are and are not crucial to me. The inquiry I see is how to sort them out, the thoughts and voices, to determine what are and what are not my choices. Life happens, don't you see, when I am not blocking this communication that inspires and leads me to my best self and my potential. And it shows me ways to put what doesn't work so great up on the shelf. We all have to begin somewhere, and where to start, I share in this piece. For I am you, and you are me. And while this may not be easy, it is our destiny. Overcoming, being a survivor, and intentionally creating our reality. Have these voices always been here managing me? It becomes more apparent when we decide to listen and pay attention, to sort them out up there. I fuss and strain, one by one. I address these voices as thoughts swirling in my brain. Some appear as the pains of my life here in this game, the game of Maya, where life is respawned when one discovers the authentic experience of sane. Choose the loudest thought and focus on its sound. Its vibration creates a message that is constantly around. I hear, don't go here, stop. Going over there is the best because that's what's always worked for you. Repeatedly implementing my programmed functionality. Where do these thoughts come from? That is unclear to conceive. It is still compelling who is talking to me. Feels like someone is watching out for and guiding me in my abilities. We are not alone. I hope this now you see. You have been granted a miraculous opportunity to exist within this intelligent machinery. What within it we do is epigenetically programmed to survive in the environments we create. Know that this does not have to be your long-term fate. The machinery has components to run on auto drive for those moments and times when this special voice connection is not activated or realized. It's programmed with sort of automatic overdrive. My body secretly talks to me in a different voice than the one I see. Some of the communication vibrations don't sit well with me. The pains in my heart are from my world occurring to me, not so very pleasantly. These programs, inadvertently created for survival in who you are being. Being is a gift our species carries strong, a gift from our Creator to help us carry on. No other animal has this specific rendition. To create our being uniqueness, here is the definition. Being, noun, the state or quality of having existence. 2, the totality of all things that exist. 3, a person, as a human being. Breathe in deeply, I say, to further comprehend. Carrying, surviving, and feeling these afflictions are not all life is to be. Once we realize the uniqueness inside of our me's, the power to use our creativity and the best use of its possibilities, and how they play out are mostly up to me. It's my interaction with the possibility or synchronicity that presents each of life's opportunities. It still doesn't capture who is speaking to me. For this, we need to realize how we are created epigenetically. The programs that operate when we're out of capacity, not realized to our reality. Here's the current definition of epigenetics from the CDC. Epigenetics is the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Unlike genetic changes, epigenetic changes are reversible and do not change your DNA sequence, but they can change how your body reads a DNA sequence. Taking that a step further is to say that our behaviors and environment can manipulate our mind's sway, creating one of the voices in our head telling us to do things a certain way. Our genes have become programmed to react and swayed by the environments in which we exist and how we were taught to behave. What is the price of doing it our own way? Our epigenetic programming controls 95% of our day. You tell me stop, breathe, assess your ways. Your epigenetic programming is showing all over the place. So how do I manage these thoughts and voices that occur epigenetically? Your thoughts will always be. It is the nature of the thoughts occurring naturally that creates our personality. Adjust and modify your behaviors to create the human you want to be. Mastering this is the master key. Adjust the environment and circles in which you circulate within. Meditation is where I have seen it begin. Are you still with me? Don't let your programming take you out of the self-realization game. There's so much more to life once we find the way out of your same. This brings us to the other voices and thoughts in our heads, the ones we often feel strongly about, and our thoughts that hold the gut feelings we so often dread. Through meditation, experience, and learning, I have read, interpreted, and discovered that intuition and cosmic consciousness might be the other voices occurring in our heads. What is intuition and cosmic consciousness is the next experience I will share with you, my friend. I looked on Wikipedia to define intuition, and this is what it said. Intuition is the ability to acquire knowledge without recourse to conscious reasoning. Different fields use the word intuition in very different ways, including but not limited to direct access to unconscious knowledge, unconscious recognition, inner sensing, inner insight, or unconscious pattern recognition, and the ability to understand something instinctively without any need for conscious reasoning. The word intuition comes from the Latin verb inturi, translated as consider, or from the late Middle English word intuit, to contemplate. Say what? Is that what I just read? Intuition develops and organizes my knowledge and puts it into my head? How amazing is that? The voice in my head just said. I wake up no longer with fear or dread. I have learned this is a pathway to happy voices and thoughts, talking back with me in my head. It's me and my environment programming my being, and this writing occurring from this beautiful voice vibrations and what they have said. Contemplation, sublimation, proclamation. 3 more words, my thoughts just vibrationally bled. I will leave the rest of this discovery for a later day for you to ruminate, meditate, and investigate all that I've said. Grab a comfy, quiet place, some paper and a pen. Begin to journal all that swirl bouncing around in your head. Don't make sense of it right now. Instead, keep journaling until you have some space to expand and take in all that your thoughts have said. Much love. Namaste. The end.